Welcome to Ecclesia Principles, a biblical strategy for believers to engage in God's design for government with Ray Eppard.
Hello, glad you could join us again today. We've been talking about jurisdictional government. We spent some time on self-government. Today we're going to switch off of that and move to the second jurisdiction. Self-government was the first jurisdiction that God established. God is sovereign. He has authority and dominion over everything. He delegated some of that authority to humanity. He gave humanity dominion, authority over the earth. That created a jurisdiction. We don't have jurisdiction over heaven. We have jurisdiction over the earth. We have dominion over the earth. Now, with that, our self-government came out of God's government. We have a portion of His authority. Now, after that, God established a second jurisdiction. God purposefully made Adam first. He made an individual. Think about it that way. God made an individual first because self-government is the basis and the foundation of all other jurisdictions that humanity has. It flows out of it. Like God's sovereign, He gave us dominion. That's some delegation of authority. And then from there, we have the family. Genesis chapter 2, verse 24 says this. This is actually Adam speaking. Therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. You see, if you would, Adam was speaking by the Spirit of God, and that if you would, there were no fathers or mothers at this point in time. Nobody had been born. But God had evidently instructed him on all how this was supposed to work. And so here he has dominion over the earth. Now, the end of chapter 1, it says, male and female, he created them. And see, at that point, the dominion was theirs. The dominion belonged to the two of them over the earth. Dominion over the earth then belonged to a family. A family. And you see, with that jurisdiction, now, if you would, it's not just Adam by himself, he has a wife. The two of them together have jurisdiction. And so with that, God gave up some dominion. Now, ultimately, it's still His. We're accountable to Him for that. But when you get married, you're supposed to give up some of your choices. Just like, when people get married, it's basically, I'm yours. I'm not going to be with anybody else. I'm just going to be with you. And see, at that point, you're giving up some of your options. You're giving up certain things because now you're creating a family with this individual. And then Adam says here that when children are born, that then a man will leave his father and mother and he'll be joined to his wife. And if you would, that then creates a whole other family, a whole other jurisdiction. He's no longer under the authority of his father and mother. They now have authority over their own home from that standpoint. And you see, these are things God, in establishing the family as the second jurisdiction, it is an outflow of self-government. It gets its authority from self-government. And we'll say more about that tomorrow. God bless you. Have a great day.
You've been listening to Ecclesia Principles with Ray Eppard. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook on our Ray Eppard pages. This program was brought to you by Victory Worship Center and World Outreach. Services Sunday 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock, 200 Hammond Lane, Stanton, Virginia.